Welcome back. I'm continuing on with our video here on how to create my version of a traveler's notebook. Last time I showed you how we used a file folder and a bunch of envelopes, including junk mail ones, to create this base. And now I'm decorating a few pages in this journal. So I am using ephemera, stamps, and bits, washi tape, things like that, from my collection of Your Creative Studios, the box that they sent to me to sample and try, which is what prompted this vintage train kind of feel, because everything was very vintage trainy, travel-ish. So I'm kind of running with it. So I'll put the links for that below. I'm also using this fantastic digital prints. Like, look at that. Isn't that amazing? That these are from Store for Fun, and vintage train kits and digitals. He's got postcards, all this stuff. So I am using these in there. It's such a romantic, soft. I'm not I didn't want to do a steampunkish. I'm not steampunk at all, and I really even can't wrap my head around how to do that. I love the look of it, but I just cannot get my brain to go there. So I am doing more of a romantic, vintagey feel on this instead. Work with your strengths, right? So that is what I'm doing. So I've created, in the front here, I started with one of these, and I'm just kind of layering some embossed book pages. I've got some lace, some cheesecloth, and I've distressed and stitched around it. So I'm going to add this on here. So I'm just going to tape this and secure it on. This is kind of a craft with me, but kind of a tutorial all at the same time. I'm just kind of working it out as I go. I have a basic idea in my head, but I'm playing with all this stuff. So if any of you are new to my channel, I do like to use tape and glue. I find the tape gives me my instant hold. Sometimes that's for better or for worse. In the last video, my tape was sticking too much while I was trying to do stuff. But I like to have the glue on there to give it the permanent hold that I find tape does not necessarily give you all the time. So I like to do the best of both worlds on here. So I'm just going to peel my tape off and get this attached. I'm kind of looking forward to this. This is just a little side project. I'm between big books right now, and I just needed something, with no real plan, just to kind of let the evolution go, as you will, with this book and just see how it comes up. It's not supposed to be a huge project. I've been doing a few big books. I've got videos on there. The Route 66 was a huge endeavor, as well as the vintage circus book. So to do some smaller projects is kind of making me get my mojo back, I guess, for lack of a better word. I've just been kind of all-encompassing on those, and I feel like I just need a little creative pick-me-up. So that's where this comes in. So I think that is super cute. Now for the back part here, I have a page that I cut down. I have, I just love these digital papers. They're amazing. So I've inked it up, and I'm just going to kind of play with it here. Because I am overlapping a lot, you got to be careful what you put on the edges. But the tops and bottoms, I'm thinking, are fair game for adding trims and lace and things. So I'm actually going to take this out here, and I've got a piece of this trim. I'm trying to add all kinds of layers as I can here, but I've got some book pages here that I've embossed. I just think I need a little little piece on here. So I'm just going to add this. So I'm trying to do a little bit more of collaging on some of my pages. It's, again, not something I do easily. Some people are just, you know, they just kind of throw it all on and it looks amazing. So I'm not, I'm a little more, I don't know, planned. So I'm trying to break through a little bit with this by doing a little bit more collaging. Let's see, just cut that. Oops, I'm sticking to everything. I'm just going to cut that off, I think. And layer up some lace. I think I'll cut off the lace after I've stitched around here because I don't want to cut it too short. But I'm just going to go into my little magic box here and see what they gave me that I can add. I've got few words in here. I've got some stamps. I've got some washi tape. Not really liking that, but I've got a bunch of labels in here. Let's just see. Labels or washi strips. See if anything grabs my fancy. Not really. Let's see. What else I got in this box? Got a couple of journaling cards. Oh, that's a business card. I wonder if I got little maps in the books here. Not quite. And I've got a couple of stamps, but I don't think I want those on here. Let's just go through these labels again. I'm sure. Some of these are in French. I'm not really sure what they say. I'm going more for the color. Well, that one could work. No, I'm thinking more, that would be better down here. If I add another strip of embossed paper, embossed book pages. I've always keeps those little bits that I tear off because you never knew when you're going to need those. I'm thinking is if I did here, but those roses, I don't want to cover those roses too much. Thinking that, and I've got a piece of fabric here. Stick underneath. That looks good. Now what I need is I need a few, I think I need some flowers or something around there. What have I got? Let me just see if I've got something here. Like something like that. It's one of my bits from one of my other kits. Just distress it a bit to make it match a little better. Tuck that in there. Yeah. I think that works. All right, so now I'm gonna stitch on here. And again, you could glue if you want, but I'm gonna stitch a bit. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of tape here to secure. I'm gonna slide this under where I think it goes, right about there. Again, a little bit of tape on the back side here. tape to hold this last piece on till I can stitch it. I do like to stitch my books. I think it just adds a little bit. And I think that needs there. Just gonna label, stick that on there, do some stitching, and let's secure this piece on the top. And I'm just gonna get that up there, and then I'm gonna stitch this on, and then I will trim it once I'm done. So I'm going to go to my machine, and I'm going to stitch this, I think. Let's see. I thought I do have a vellum piece. No, I think I'll save that for one of the pockets. So I'm going to go stitch this on, and I will be right back. All right, so I have stitched around. I'm going to trim off my threads here and get them off the top here. And I'm just going to trim off that lace just a bit. All right, save that piece. So you can see what I did is I did a zigzag. Can you focus there? Let's see. Did a little zigzag on the bottom, but I did 2 stitches all the way around. And now let's just see how that's going to look when we pop it in place. Oh, it's perfect. So this will still close. This will still close, but you get to see the lace on the top, which is what I'm going for. So let's get this in its position. Let's see here. Get this going. And I need some more tape. Okay. And I always like to burnish my tape, especially if I'm taping over spots where I've been stitching. Just lets it get in there a little better, I feel. Okay. Again, you can just glue if you want to. Or you could probably just stitch this, stitch the whole thing right into the page as well if you wanted to. But I'm just stitching the top, the matting parts. Get this in here. And one last piece. Go. Get my Fabri-Tac. And let's not run my sleeve through the glue. That would be bad. All right. And let's put this in here now and make sure this is the right way and this is the right way. And I'm just going to burnish this in. All right, let's see. So then that would be there, this would be there, that's secure. We've got a pocket there, and we've got a pocket here. So now, because I've got this going on, it's sticking over the edge, and I do want it to be distressed. I'm just going to make sure that my parts that are sticking out, I should probably have a cloth over my desk, piece of paper, are covered as well. I don't want it to be glaringly white. Okay, so now I've got, let's see, I've got this little spot here, oops, which I think that would go perfect in there. So let's just measure. And let's see, do we want to open this pocket? Oh, it is open. Perfect. So we're just going to mat on the outside, and then we'll put something on the inside. So let's just see. This one is 5, just over 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it to just about 5. And I better line it up right. Otherwise, I will be crooked. Okay. And then, since this will fit, I will do the same to this piece because I know it can go on the inside. Might as well cut both pieces at the same time. So then let's see how this is going to look. Do I want this one on the outside, or do I want this one on the outside? Because that is train. I think I'm going to break it up and do this one here. And we'll just ink it up. So that will be there. And I do have some washi tape. I think what I'll do is first, let's just take this out of the way and we'll layer this up a bit. I'm going to add some more of my embossed book page here. Let's just get that on. Actually, this is pretty plain. Let's do a little bit of stenciling on that. So I've got a stencil here, and I definitely better put a sheet underneath so that I don't make a mess on my desk. I did a previous video where I used this stencil and some of this spackle. I drywalled. I've got lots of this left over. This stuff works great. I mean, if I didn't have it left over, I wouldn't use it, but I have it left over. And I'm never drywalling again, ever. So I'm going to use it. If you've got your own spackling, your own texture paint, then that would work. You know, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to, basically, I'm going to ink this stencil before I spackle. That way the color will seep in to the spackle, and when it dries, it will have a little bit more aged look, not edged look. So that's all I'm doing right there. And now I'm just going to lay my thing over and figure out where I want this to go. I'm thinking like here, and I'm just going to use just a little bit. And I've got these leftover chipboard pieces. I just cut them up and use it as a spatula. All right, and it goes on pink and it dries white. Again, I'm not saying go out and buy some. I'm saying is if you've got some, go for it. Why not? So I'm just going to put a bit of a layer on there. Peel that back. Ooh, that's perfect. All right, and I will definitely put the lid back on my spackle so I don't get it everywhere. So as it dries, you'll be able to see the darker parts. I'm actually going to slip it. I have a little heater on the floor by my feet here. I'm going to just slip it on there for a couple of minutes and let it dry while we move on to the other side, which this was going to be the inside part. So I'm just going to move on to that part. And we will do that. Just watching my time. I don't like to make these too long because I don't want you to use up all your time, but you know, it's nice to do a little bit of crafting together. So at this point, I'm going to do a little bit of layering on here, I think. Again, like I did with the other one. And we'll just do a little bit of layering. I think I'm going to use some of the washi tape here, I think, out of the kit. Just layer up my book page. And where'd my washi tape get to? This one's kind of cool. If I could find the end. When washi tape first hit, I was like, not a big fan. But now all of a sudden, I'm kind of getting into it. I don't know why, but... And I think I will put... What have we got? One of these little labels. Now, are they stickers? Yeah, they are. Look at that. Okay, before I peel it off, though, I think I'm going to distress the edges just a little bit more. Look at that. So that sticker is out of my kit as well. I'm just going to draw it up high. Now I'm going to add it down here. And let's see. Do I want to add a piece of... No, I don't know about that. Maybe I'm just going to stitch around it and then I'll attach it to the book. All right, I will leave you here and I will pick this up next time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day.